My name is Kate Peters. I'm the Assistant Vice President for the Golf Division for Eventive Sports. Locally, you know me as the Executive Director of the Memorial Health Championship. Formerly, we were known as Bruno Event Team, and we've been involved since the inception of this tournament in 2016, along with our great partners at the PGA Tour and Panther Creek Country Club. Thought I'd give you just a little bit of history, really quick. This tournament started as it was intended to fill a vacancy on the tour schedule for 1 year, but we've blossomed into a high-caliber, world-class annual stop on the Korn Ferry Tour. We are arguably one of the smallest markets on any tour, but I'm really proud that Central Illinois is host city to one of 21 stops on the Korn Ferry Tour. So, is anybody going to be watching golf this weekend? Show of hands. I'm excited to be with you on Thursday of Masters Week. It's my second favorite tournament. For those of us in the golf industry, it's the unofficial kickoff to the season. Locally, my team and I, and my team is here. Would you, three of you, raise your hands? This is my small but mighty team, but we look forward to this week because attention turns in earnest in our area, especially because the weather starts to cooperate. But we see an interest in the game and an interest in the tournament increase across the board. I noticed yesterday the Korn Ferry Tour posted an infographic that I thought was pretty impressive. It was something about almost 50% of the players in the Masters this year came up through the Korn Ferry Tour. Here's something even more exciting. In the field at this year's Masters, there are 20 of those players who played right here in Springfield. And I think that's pretty impressive. This includes our 2021 champion, Taylor Moore, who won here, was Memorial's first champion. He just earned his way into the field with a win at the Valspar not too long ago. So it's a true testament to the caliber of play that's taking place right here, and we all get to be a part of it. The mission of the Memorial Health Championship presented by LRS is to build strong communities through local partnerships and charitable giving while bringing fans and sponsors together for a first-class event that showcases the future stars of the PGA Tour. So we've talked a little bit about the future stars and how they've been here and how we're the home of champions, right? Let's talk a little bit about charity. I'm really, really proud to partner with Memorial Health and LRS, but a little fact that you all may not know is that the Korn Ferry Tour selected Memorial Health as the Charity of the Year for 2022, and I think that deserves a round of applause. Charitable proceeds from the 2022 tournament increased about 70%. We generated $85,000 for the 5 foundations of Memorial Health. And I'd like to introduce Amy Daly. She's the Executive Vice President and Chief Transformation Officer of Memorial Health.
Thank you so much, Kate. We're really honored that we were named the Charity of the Year by the Korn Ferry Tour. So Kate told you a lot about how the tournament is really an opportunity to see great golf close to home, but we also want to share with you how it's a great opportunity for you to be able to contribute to the communities in which we all live and work. So all of the tournaments on the Korn Ferry Tour are charitable tournaments, and they give the proceeds back to various charities in their communities. And we're so honored that for the Memorial Health Championship presented by LRS, that it's the 5 foundations of Memorial that benefit as the charitable benefactors of the tournament. And you heard Kate say that over $85,000 was raised last year to go back to our foundations. And that's all 5 of our foundations in the communities that we serve. And I can tell you with 100% certainty that within our foundations, every day they're guided by the mission of Memorial. Our mission is very clear. It's to improve lives and to build stronger communities through better health. And some of the ways that that happens is through impacts that we have on patients and the healthcare workforce, both the workforce of today and the workforce of tomorrow. So for patients who are experiencing a serious illness, perhaps they need help getting transportation funds to go to and from their treatments. Maybe they need some type of medical equipment to help with their diagnosis. Our foundations are there to do that for them. We also have a great impact from our foundations on the healthcare workforce all throughout our community. They provide educational dollars so that we can offer conferences so that they can further their knowledge. And then they also expend a great deal of their funds that go to our colleagues at Memorial Health, as well as to local students in our community who are interested in furthering their academic careers. And I'm excited that we have one of those colleagues here with us today. I want to introduce to you Randa Fries-Ray. She's an interpreter at Jacksonville Memorial Hospital, and she is a colleague of ours at Memorial who benefited from funds that were raised at this tournament last year to allow her to continue her academic preparation. So Randa, please share a few words. Thank you.
First, I want to express my deep gratitude to the Education Services, JMH Foundation, and the championship. It was due to your generosity that I was able to pursue this degree. I am going for my master's in healthcare interpreting from the Rochester Institute of Technology. This program came about around 7 years ago due to the high demand for medical interpreters in healthcare. I began summer of 2021, shortly after I was hired on at Memorial, and I look forward to graduating this May. The program has afforded me many hours of deep ethical discussions and training on decision-making, including how to balance overlapping and occasionally conflicting ethical values in between interpreting and healthcare. I additionally received training on how to accurately align my interpretation with the goals and intentions of our various medical settings, including oncology, mental health, and primary care. 2 classes were focused solely on anatomy, physiology, and diseases that focused on the content of those subjects as well as how to accurately interpret them. Other classes focused on the diversity within the deaf community, learning strategies to best interpret for the whole spectrum of individuals that make up that community, from deaf professionals who may be doctors and nurses themselves, to those who have additional disabilities like cognitive delays. For my current and final semester, I've had the opportunity to do an original research project. My project is on a discourse analysis of familiar versus unfamiliar interpreters in interpreter-mediated patient-provider encounters. The data collection consisted of recording mock patient encounters between local providers, interpreters, and deaf participants, which I'm now in the process of analyzing and working on writing a paper. Former studies have shown that providers report preferring to work with familiar interpreters, but we actually haven't had any research to look into what's happening in those interactions, especially among sign language users. So my hope that my research will inform how to best pair interpreters and providers while mitigating any negative effects. Overall, I believe that my education will and already has improved my performance as an interpreter, and it's led to many invigorating discussions among the Memorial Language Access Services team as to how to better serve our patients. So thank you again to all of you who dedicated time, energy, and finances to the championship.
Randa, thank you so much for being here today and for sharing your story with us. It's amazing to think that Randa is one of hundreds of stories that could be told throughout Memorial Health about colleagues who have benefited from funds from our 5 foundations. I told you earlier that the mission of Memorial is to improve lives and to build stronger communities through better health. And I want to focus in for just a moment on that build stronger communities part of our mission, because it's something that we're incredibly committed to. At Memorial Health, we really believe that a thriving community is a healthier community for all of us. And that's one of the main reasons that we're a part of this tournament, is it gives us an opportunity to be a part of an event in a partnership with LRS to bring in something that really positively impacts the restaurants, the hotels, the shops, and businesses in our community. And so we want to thank all of you for being a part of it and helping to make that possible. Today, when we look at the boost to the local economy that's happening in our community, we're all very proud of how that's living out the mission of Memorial Health. So I want to share with you that we have a couple of other individuals here with us today who are going to dive a little bit deeper into that economic impact. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you Scott Dahl. He's the director of Visit Springfield, and he's going to share more about the impact of this tournament on the community. Thank you.
Thanks, Amy. I appreciate that. And I'll agree with Kate. It's Masters weekend, and as she says, her second favorite golf weekend of the year, and I'll agree with that as well. Matter of fact, I was preparing for this presser today, and I laid out my Masters golf shirt. I had it all ready to go. It was going to be underneath this suit here. And so I went out for a short run. I came home today, and my 18-year-old son had it on, preparing to go to school. And I looked at him and I said, absolutely, you can wear it. And what did I do as most guys do? The next thing next to it was this blue flower shirt here, so that's what you're getting. Not my Master shirt instead. But certainly very excited to be here once again and announce for the second consecutive year, Visit Springfield, the destination marketing agency for the city of Springfield, will be partnering with Memorial Health Championship to offer free grounds admission for the entire tournament. So that's very exciting for us. We're happy to do that. I tell you, we've been sponsoring the tournament for many, many years. We've contributed over $100,000 to the tournament. But for us, the tipping point is using human movement data. And yes, that's what we're doing today. If you reach in your pocket here and get your phone, if I geofence this presser today, I can tell you where you've been, where you're going, and have you. We're using that data to really drive the destination side and the Memorial Health Championship. Matter of fact, when we take a look and a deep dive in that, those visitors coming from more than 50 miles, in 2021, when we geofenced the tournament, 20.4% of those visitors were coming from outside of the 50-mile radius. In 2022, 24.5%. So you can see that those destination efforts are happening. We have more people coming from outside of the community to watch the tournament and experience Springfield. When I take a look at the number of hotels as well. So as I mentioned, we can determine where people are coming from, and then our data sets. In the past, in 2021, one hotel showed up on our data sets. In 2022, 3 hotels showed up, showing where our visitors are coming from and that they're staying in more hotels. Again, contributing to the fact that we have more destination efforts happening, contributed to the tournament. So we're very, very excited about that. Long-term success of the tournament as well. We want to contribute to that. We want to be a partner in that. We want to move forward with the tournament. Kate and her team do a great job, and we can see on the horizon what can happen down the road. And really, for us, we turned it in from a sponsorship into a marketing line item. So it's we're looking at this as a direct destination marketing line. So now, instead of looking at just a sponsorship side, we're looking at the impacts that the tournament is bringing, and in combination with all of our destination offerings, it adds to the experience of the visitor. And again, having the free grounds admission, adding to what we already offer, 90% of our state historic sites are free to the public. We're affordable, we're drivable, certainly accessible. So again, it adds to it. When somebody can come here, a family of 4 can come here, and they can go to all of our sites, or majority of our sites, for free. We're very affordable for food and gas and lodging, and then they can come out here and experience the tournament essentially for free. That really adds to the value. So we're very excited moving that forward. Before I close, it'd be remiss if I didn't do a shameless plug for our social media side. If you're not following us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, please follow us at Visit Springfield, if you would, please. We're also on LinkedIn, so for those on the business side, please follow us there, or visit springfieldillinois.com. Please go there. We'll be having information about the tournament throughout that. We're already posting, obviously, about the tournament from those destination efforts. So without further ado, I will introduce Ryan McCready, the President and CEO of the Springfield Segment Growth Alliance. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. And just so you know, Scott and his team are an unbelievably important part of what we do in economic development, the Convention and Visitors Bureau. And if you want to be overwhelmed by the number of things to do every weekend, sign up for Scott's e-newsletter that you get every week that shows you all the things that are going on, and you realize I can't make it to all of them. And that's an exciting thing. So the Springfield Salmon Growth Alliance works hard to grow the economy of our community. And many times people are surprised to understand the economic development benefit of community life events like this Memorial Health Championship. The reason it's important is when we talk to businesses about coming here, or businesses that are here, they start thinking about that third place, right? I know where I'm going to work. I can find a place to live. What's the third place? What kind of things are we going to do? What's my family going to do? What's the community like? And events like this help us paint that picture. It's unbelievably important. We have the benefit of having great sponsors like Memorial Health and LRS to help bring events like that here into the community. Also, economic development is a little bit of a mystery sport, I think, for a lot of people. And we don't do that on purpose, but it is. But this championship gives everybody in the community the opportunity to be an economic developer, whether you wanted to or not. You have that opportunity. We're bringing visitors here. And just saying something as simple as welcome to Springfield, hope you enjoy your time here. Is there anything I can tell you about the community? Now, I'm so bold as to ask them if they'll move here. But, I don't always get yeses, but I'm just planting that seed, right? So this is a chance to show people what Springfield is. And that's not always done by a community leader or a mayor or something like that. Sometimes that's done by a wait staff in a restaurant or a clerk at a store or the person working the counter at a hotel. Everybody that's interacting with our visitors have a chance to sell our community. Also, I want to tell you that I've been a volunteer at the tournament, and I'm signed up to volunteer again this year too. And if you really also want to understand the impact of the tournament, I encourage you to volunteer and sign up. First of all, they treat you great. I mean, even in rain delays, they just kept bringing food and coffee into the basement. So they treat you very well. They appreciate their volunteers. But boy, it's really awesome to be part of that, and you start to get an appreciation of what it takes to pull this tournament off. But events like this mean a lot for our local economy. They mean a lot for our community, and I hope that everybody will get on board and experience the event and however that you want to. And then Scott and I are going to do the best we can to track everybody and keep track of where they went in very scary ways. But it's a tremendous benefit to our economy. It's a chance for us to show off our community and just simply saying, welcome to Springfield. Hope you enjoy your time here. Can I answer any questions for you? We'll go farther, I think, than any of us realize. So thank you for allowing us to be part of the event. We appreciate that, and it's my honor to introduce Greg Matthews from LRS to make some comments.
Thanks, Ryan. I'd like to talk a little bit about the importance of community support and success of this tournament. LRS has been supporting this tournament for many years now, and we're founded here, we have flourished here, and we've always believed in giving back to our local community, and especially with events like this. It's in fact fantastic to see the business community and all the number of sponsors that continue to come out year after year. But there's still opportunity for more businesses to get involved. So we'd love to see more businesses in the community get involved, and there's ways to do that. I know Kate will tell you there's still sponsorship opportunities out there. There's also ways to host your customers, host your employees, bring them out to the event. So the more people we can get involved, the more this tournament can continue to succeed and be successful long term. Also love to give a big shout out. Ryan talked about the volunteers, and I'd like to recognize Country Financial. And we've got a couple folks here today from Country Financial. For many years now, Country Financial has sponsored the tournament's volunteer program and has agreed to sponsor it again this year. And as Ryan pointed out, we all know how important the volunteers are for making this event successful. So thank you, Country Financial, and for your continued involvement in the tournament. Lastly, we couldn't have this tournament without Panther Creek. So I'd like to give a big shout out and a thank you to Panther Creek Country Club, its members, for hosting the tournament this year and partnering with Aventiv, Memorial, and LRS to make this tournament great. So thank you guys very much, and looking forward to a great event this year.
I did not have further comments, but I do want to echo what Greg and Ryan said about volunteering. Every year we look for about 400 or 500 volunteers, and we've been blessed with Country supporting that program for the last number of years. But when he walked in today, Ryan said, I got picked to be a walking scorer. Yes, you did. You can walk 36, 40, no, I'm kidding. We need more of them. So I'm going to echo what he said. It's a really unique and great way to experience a professional golf tournament. We need about 400 walking scorers, marshals, you name it. We have over 20 different committees. Would love to have you reach out. We can help you select any committee that you might like to participate on. I suspect I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Perry Green's need of volunteers on his crew as well. If you want to see a very unique side of a golf tournament, you could get involved with Perry on the maintenance crew if you like to get up really, really early. That's where you should be. So with that, if anyone had any questions for anyone, we'd be happy to take those or visit with you afterwards. But we are super excited about the 2023 tournament. We are 81 days away. Our 2021 champion, Taylor Moore, teed off in the Masters just about 30 minutes ago. So we're going to be anxiously waiting to see what he does. So.
Just got chills over here all at the same time. We were like,
Yeah, a little fun fact, Amy, Shannon, and I have a group text going every weekend about which of our sons, that's how we think of them. They're all doing so well, and we're so excited about how well they're doing and that they got their start here, and just hope everyone will come out and be a big part of it. Did anyone have any questions for anyone? Oh, you're making it too easy. We thank you for being with us. We thank all of you. If you're in here, you're supporting us, and we are grateful. I see representatives from the Panther Creek Board and staff. Thank you so very much. We wouldn't have been here in 2023 if you all didn't see the merit in hosting what was supposed to be a one-hit wonder, and here we are. This will be our 8th tournament, and we are on an uphill trajectory thanks to all of you. So thanks for being with us today.